as you walk through the back streets of town during this cold, rainy night. In your left periphery, you begin to see a short figure approaching you from an alleyway. As you can tell from the small bit of moonlight shining down from the sky, you see this creature is wearing a hooded tunic, and a long black beak shines with the smallest gleaming light in the sky, and it holds in its right hand a dagger in its left hand outstretched to you as if it's looking for something. You see as these dark, beady little eyes stare into your soul, and its long clawed talons gripping its weapon, and it's at the ready to attack if needed. It looks to you, and you watch as its mouth begin to open, and all you can hear is meow. What's up, everybody? My name is Brent, and this is For the XP, a YouTube channel dedicated to Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop gaming all alike. Today is a new episode of Monster Spotlights, and this is episode 2 to be exact. And if you haven't figured out from the description before, we are talking about the Kenku, a scavenger-esque creature often found in urban areas and perhaps even the plains. And I believe that you should use this type of monster in your campaign in replacement for weaker monsters at the start, like level 1 or level 2, because it's a different change of pace as to your usual kobolds and orcs that you would experience in your basic level 1 adventures, which most people at this point in time in their lives with D&D, they seem to get quite bored of and get quite tired of because it's a super tropey thing. Now, there's nothing wrong with using kobolds and orcs or goblins or whatnot because they're there for a reason and they work. But if you have players that seem to be quite tired of that, then feel free to use the Kenku. These short little bird-like creatures offer plenty of role-playing opportunities as well as combat opportunities that are quite unique. More specifically, tailored to its awesome perk skill ability thing it can do called mimicry. And mimicry is this skill it has that allows it to make or mimic any sound or voice or any kind of noise it hears through its vocal cords, because Kenku don't actually have a language of its own, and it really doesn't speak. It mimics these sounds, so they come up with their own coded language with the sounds or noises or voices they've heard. For example, the meow could be attack or retreat, which I think is very cool. So not inherently you could use these creatures to try to communicate with your players, or you could just have them attack from an ambush perspective. The main usage of this creature, I would say would be for lower level parties, but a little bit of a history of this creature is that they are flightless birds. They seem to aspire to gain the ability to fly, but because their wings had been clipped from them by whatever god that they had disrespected or pissed off, they just lost their wings, and now all they care about is to gain the ability to fly and scavenge and assemble any bit of food or money or anything that they can use to survive. And I just think these are really cool creatures. I used them in my first session of my new campaign, Astria, A Nation Divided. But yeah, I think they're really great creatures. They're very unique, and I feel like they're very underutilized because it's really kind of it's more of a difficult creature than orcs and kobolds per se, because they have a higher base CR, but you could always lower the CR, you could always make them lose the weapon, and then just using their claws and maybe even a beak attack. And it could lower the difficulty a little bit, but it's definitely a different type of creature to use. I feel that most people know about them, but they've never used them because it doesn't make sense for their game. And I think you could even use it as a potential NPC, like a very, very basic, archaic type NPC who tries to desperately communicate with the party itself using its mimicry ability of noises and sounds of coin, if it's looking for coin, perhaps, or if maybe it has vital information that the party needs, like it is a pet of a baron or something, and like it basically uses the Kenku's mimicry ability to send a message to the player in its own voice, because it can mimic the baron's voice or the king's voice or even the evil villains, kind of like a taunting creature that the party constantly deals with on the side that is often sending death threats to the big bad evil guy. They're pretty, I would say for level 1, level 2s, they're pretty more on the tough side at a CR 1/4, but even then that's still pretty weak. But I've had a couple adventures and one-shots that I ran for a previous party I had where it one-shotted a warlock I had who rolled very poorly on her constitution, so she didn't have a whole lot of health. But still, if you're just looking for something different or something that can provide a unique RPing experience, I would definitely recommend the Kenku. And as always, I thank everybody for watching. And we're up to 35 subscribers. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm glad to keep you guys around. Hopefully, I can produce more videos sooner than later, rather than months in between, because it's just really hard for me to figure out a video schedule. But I'm gonna do my best for you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Remember, my name is Brent, and I am the Dungeon Master and host of the 40XP official channel. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you really liked my channel, hit the subscribe button. Every subscriber is welcome. I'm hoping to get to 100 subscribers and reach Dungeon Tuber level 2. And always remember, no matter what it is you're doing in life, do it for the XP. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.